Wow, that was so much fun. Are you a fan of silent films? I love your intertitles. They're so cool.
Yeah, actually I am. I'm a big fan of silent film. I'm a fan of all cinema, period. But when I was making this and writing it, it was harkening back to like, I was watching a lot of Strike and, Battleship Potemkin and probably, Eyes is not obviously. But I was thinking of making, a propaganda film. So that's where it came in.
That's awesome. What was the casting like? Were they like friends or did you?
So it was interesting because it was actually, I go to a lot of drag shows and performances, and so a lot of it were just people I sort of handpicked because I like really enjoyed their look or performance in some way. And actually Angel, the one in the dyed rage shirt, they were recommended to me by the person who was the person who wrote the song at the end for the film. And they were like, well, I can't perform it on camera because there's so many things going on, but I know this other great like punk person that you should know. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I saw Angel, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah, like they're perfect as like the angry people. And so, yeah.
Is this kind of part like representative of a scene that you're part of, or just like taking from a lot of different scenes?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Brooklyn queer culture is like, you see a lot of the same people, but like, we like to think that the city is so big, but it's actually like, you go to a lot of the same places, like Purgatory, which we actually shot at, and, so it's, I'm kind of part of the scene, but I'm not a performer at all. I'm more of like the person like observing, and I'm just like, oh, I want to put you in my movie. And so, not like a weirdo, but
I think I did see a cameo of yours.
Yeah, I was there. The producer made me. They're like, we don't have enough people. You need to go in. It'll be fun.
Did a Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Great questions from the audience. Yes.
I just loved it, and I felt like I saw a lot of other pieces that I know, other pieces that I know that are literature or film or something pulled from, and just like pulled together like so well, and I think we're also saying something else that I was going to think of later tonight when I'm thinking about this film. But I was wondering what your favorite thing that you pulled from was, or favorite like shot to set up, production design wise, or I don't have a question.
Oh, no, I can answer all those questions though that I heard. I'm just going to make it whatever I want it to be. So, the first thing of literature you're talking about, so there's this book, it's a manifesto called The Faggots Between Revolutions. And actually, some of the artwork from it inspired the intertitles that the intertitle person made. And it was, we were just like, oh, we're looking at the titles and how to make them like pop. And then all of a sudden, it was just like, oh, what about this book with this manifesto? Because the manifesto is all about like community and coming together and making this like queer commune upstate, away from harassment and away from patriarchy and just like away from hierarchy and everything, which is also like another sort of reason why I wanted to make it, was because it's hard. It's hard out there to like, wake up, be a woman, wake up, be queer, wake up and you have all these images telling you that, you're not equal or you're not good enough. And then you go outside and you have to deal with harassment from like whatever asshole is out there. And then it's like, you go to your community because you think that's a place where you can be safe, but then they're still also perpetuating hierarchies, even within the queer community. I'm like, if we're supposed to be queer, that means like going against hierarchy? Like, why are we doing it? Why are we still following cis, like, heterosexual norms? I don't get it. But yeah, I was very frustrated, obviously, when I did it. So that's what I did it. But there was another question, I forgot what it was that he said.
Your favorite setups.
Oh, favorite scene. Oh, so also shout out to my DP, Vincent Roxa. Shout out to the production designer, Chen Yu Wong, and the producer, Emily Friedman. Like, they all really helped, like the crew, the cast. It was a fun time, but we all really worked hard and, brought it together. And so the production designer, Chen Yu Wong, she was just like, Jess, I don't want to mess up your movie. You're my best friend. But like the hardest thing was actually trying to set up that headquarters space of the Purple Patrol, because we were just like, if we're shooting this way and then this way. So it was fun because I got to pick out like posters from protests that I've been to and other imagery. And basically, first round that she sent me, it just said dyke everywhere. Which obviously I don't have a problem with, because reclaiming it from the 70s, the 70s reclamation of the word. But it just said like dyke everywhere, and I was just like, okay, we need to mix it up. We need to have some like other satire in there. And so, yeah, she worked on it. It was great.
I just love the film. I thought it was like kind of how I would hope American feature films would be. I felt like you did a really wonderful job of reclaiming some of the things like Survey Eyes and Shine does, or anyone who's signing from the director or there's like perspective. They did such a great job of reclaiming our subset and how we edit and cut things. So looking at that was basically necessary. But then you took all of that and you created this incredibly kind of campy environment where I felt like we really talked about a lot of things that in terms of your community, there's no way to talk about because it becomes so capitalized on that it becomes like even the gayest thing you're trying to do is sort of be symbolized in something wrong and so like just wondering your thoughts on this sort of problem.
The problem of like commercialization of queer culture. God.
We're gonna solve it, right?
Right? Like, how we gotta solve it in like 10 seconds, I know, because the other movie is how about we talk later on it? Because I feel like I have to get on a little bit more of a soapbox about this.
You're on the soapbox right now.
Oh, I am on a soapbox.
This is a bigger soapbox.
I feel like because we live in a capitalist society where it's like, it's about money. Like, we don't value education or art. The first thing is money. And so you have to make profit. So of course, everything is bought and sold. Any culture, like as we see. And yeah, it's so disheartening because it's like you go to places for safety where you feel like it's yours because you created it, and then it gets co-opted from people because they're like, oh, I like the way you wear that belt, it looks really cool, and then the next thing you know, it's like on magazines, but you profited nothing from it because it's just been taken over. But yeah, I'll leave it there. But yeah, shout out to Silent Film Classic.
To be continued on that discussion. Yeah, so what are you going to be doing next? What other projects do you have?
Right now I'm working on my first feature. It's a hybrid documentary. It's called Conversations with My Exes. Conversations with Exes, and it's my previous exes, like past relationships, and it's like a study on, modern love and ideas of love and limerence and these sort of things. And it's sort of like the interviews as well as reenactments of specific points in the relationship as well. And so I'm trying to get that together. I already interviewed people. I just need to do the reenactment parts.
Well, thanks so much for being here.